Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Well guys, in academic IELTS reading, when you try to solve list of headings, or we also call it paragraph headings, you often get confused, especially when there are more headings and less paragraphs, and 2 to 3 headings are extra, and they are a very good trap. You come across a situation where you think 2 headings are appropriate for 1 paragraph, right? So I'm here to fetch you out of this situation. I'm going to tell you how to deal with this type of questions, what to do to find the correct heading for the correct paragraph, and how to improve the number of correct answers in list of headings. This is equally important in academic and general training, but I'm going to solve academic IELTS reading test and I'm going to help you out. If you want to master list of headings, watch this video till the end, and believe me, I will not waste your time. Let's take a start. Okay guys, now we are going to deal with reading passage number 2, and the question type is list of headings. See, paragraph A is already done and question heading number 5 is taken. So the first thing is that you have to cross heading number 5 so that it doesn't bother you. Okay, it shouldn't bother you actually. Now we are left with paragraph B, C, D and E. So quickly we are going to take a look at all the headings. Seeking the transmission of radio signals from planets. Seeking the transmission. Appropriate responses to signals. Okay, we'll look for a paragraph where they give the responses to the signals from other civilizations, means other planets. Vast distances to Earth's closest neighbors. Vast distances and Earth's closest neighbors. That's what we got to find. Number 4, assumptions underlying the search. Assumptions, and it's plural. There can be 2 assumptions, first of all, secondly, thirdly, underlying the search for extra terrestrial intelligence. Okay, number 6, see that now we didn't read it. Knowledge of extraterrestrial life forms. Knowledge of extraterrestrial life forms, that how life is there. And 7, likelihood of life on other planets. Likelihood means the chance, the possibility and all that. Now remember, 1, 2, 3, 4 questions, and options are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it means 2 headings are extra. So you have to be very careful. Whenever you do list of headings, it's a good idea to read the other questions beforehand, so that when you answer list of headings, you can just do that also. But as I'm doing it partially, so let's just do list of headings. Paragraph B, number 14, question number 14, and paragraph B. Okay, paragraph B starts from here. It says, in discussing whether we are alone, most SETI scientists adopt 2 ground rules. Now SETI scientists, SETI another cog, okay, SETI, yes, over here, search for extraterrestrial intelligence. SETI stands for this, so we should know that. In discussing whether we are alone, most SETI scientists adopt 2 ground rules. See that, 2 ground rules. They are gonna talk about 2 rules. Okay, first, UFOs are not enough to bear serious consideration. It is important, convincing. Second, we make a very conservative assumption. Okay, 2 ground rules means these are 2 assumptions, and I've read the headings already. Let me see if there is anything there. Yes, assumptions underlying the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Assumptions, by the way, I picked it from this word, assumptions. It is plural. There could be 2, there could be 3, underlying the search for extraterrestrial, and there they say, first, UFOs unidentified are generally ignored. So this is one assumption. And second, we make a very conservative assumption that we are looking for a life form that is pretty well like us. So these are 2 assumptions. So that's why for paragraph B, heading number 4, assumptions, is the right one. Number 4, and I'm going to cross number 4 over here so that it doesn't bother me. Is that clear? Very good. Now let's go on. This is done. So we go on to the next one. C. Even when we make these assumptions, the previous paragraph thing, our understanding of other life forms is still severely limited. Now they are talking about understanding of other life forms is still limited. We do not even know, for example, how many stars have planets. Okay, this is what we don't know. Limited knowledge. And we certainly do not know how likely it is that life will arise naturally given the right conditions. Okay. However, when we look at the 100 billion stars in our galaxy, Milky Way, blah blah blah, that means that our nearest neighbors are perhaps 100 light years away, which is almost next door in astronomical terms. So these are two things. Even when we make these assumptions, our understanding of other life forms is still severely limited. We do not know, means you got limited knowledge, and then other, he talked about this thing. So now we go back and see. Seeking the transmission, no. Appropriate responses, no. Vast distance, no. Knowledge of extraterrestrial life forms, no. Likelihood of life on other planets. Alright, now knowledge of extraterrestrial life forms. Now this can be one thing. Now I'm confused between these two options, by the way. Likelihood of life on other planets or knowledge of extraterrestrial life forms. Let's see, what do they say? We do not even know, for example, how many stars. This is different. And we certainly do not know how likely it is that life will arise naturally given the right conditions. However, when we look at the 100 billion stars in our galaxy, Milky Way and all that universe, it seems inconceivable that at least one of these planets does not have a life form on it. In fact, the best educated guess we can make using the little that we do not know about the conditions for carbon based life as we have here, estimate perhaps that means that our nearest neighbors are perhaps 100 light years. Okay, so knowledge of extraterrestrial life forms, it's basically not this. It's actually likelihood of life on other planets. Now how do we get to know that they are talking about likelihood of life on other planets? When they say life form is still very limited, we do not even know. Okay, for example, and then they give the example of planets, and we certainly do not know, right? How likely, see that, how likely it is that life will arise naturally. Okay, how likely, this is all about likelihood. So what's the statement? Likelihood of life on other planets, because we don't know, that means the likelihood. When you say, I don't know whether it's gonna rain tomorrow or not, I don't know whether it's gonna be sunny, so it means there is the likelihood, you are not sure about that. So this likelihood is for possibility. That is why for paragraph C, option number 7 is the right answer. Now I'm going to cross number 7 from here as well. Okay guys, let's move on. D, paragraph D. We now move on to paragraph D. An alien civilization could choose many different ways of sending information. Yes. Now alien civilization means aliens could choose many different ways of sending information across the galaxy. Now sending information means they can send through radio waves and all that. But many of these either require too much energy or else are severely attenuated while traversing the vast distances across the galaxy. Now here he says alien civilizations could choose many different ways of sending information. Let's go on. Until now there have not been any detections from the few hundred stars which have been searched. Okay, all right, and they're talking about radio waves in the frequency range, amount of transmitted power. So alien civilization could choose many different ways of sending information. Then they're talking about radio waves and all that. Let's see. All right, now we are left with seeking the transmission of radio signals for planets. Yes, that's right. Seeking the transmission of radio signals for planets. Let's see how. When they say an alien civilization could choose one of this across the galaxy, but many of these either require too much energy and all that, then they say afterwards amount of transmission power, radio waves in the frequency range, this and this travel the greater distance. So all searches to date have concentrated on looking for radio waves in this frequency range. All their searches and all that. So what is that? Seeking the transmission of radio signals from planets. Exactly. For paragraph D, the right answer is number 1. The lead is gonna be broken. So number 1 is taken. Now we are left with one option and there are 1, 2 headings which are left. Rather 3 headings are left. Knowledge of extraterrestrial life forms. Okay, yes, 3 headings are basically left with us because 2 headings are extra. Paragraph E. This is paragraph E, short one. There is considerable debate over how we should react if we detect a signal from an alien civilization. Wow, wonderful sentence, because I've already read the options in the list of headings, so it rings a bell. There is considerable debate over how we should react if we detect a signal from an alien civilization. Everybody agrees that we should not reply immediately. Okay, let's see. Now we are left with appropriate responses to signals from other civilizations. Cool. Vast distances to Earth's closest neighborhood trap. Knowledge of extraterrestrial life form. Yes, it bothered us here, but now they are not talking about it. It's only appropriate responses to signals from other civilizations. And what do they say here? There is considerable debate over how we should react. How we should react means responses. If we detect a signal from an alien civilization, everybody agrees that we should not reply immediately. Okay. So for paragraph E, the right answer is actually appropriate responses to signals from other civilizations. That is option number 2, and we cross it as well. Okay. Alright, I told you I would not waste your time. Welcome back. How are you feeling now? Better? Fantastic. See that? Now at least you know what is a topic sentence, what to see in the paragraph, how to match it with the heading, how the trap headings are made. Okay, so all these things you know now. So definitely this is going to help you. Now right after this, try to solve some tests where you find list of headings, and then all my techniques which I shared with you, these techniques are going to be yours. Thank you very much. If you like this video, hit the like button, consider subscribing my channel. I will not waste your time, okay? I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. AsadYaqub wishes you all the best with your IELTS reading. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.